Why do you procrastinate all of the time? Why is it that you can never reach your potential? Because procrastination continuously acts as this blockage to you achieving the outcome. It's like when you turn on the tap and you're waiting for the water to flow through the tap into the sink. There is this huge blockage, right? And that blockage is the one thing that is stopping you reach your potential, fulfill those dreams, become a better husband, actually look in great shape, okay, and achieve the things you want to. Why is it that we keep going round and round in cycles? So I'm going to give you three key components, and those three key components are the components that cause procrastination. They're habits, they're routines, they're things that get in the way, because that's what procrastination is. It's a habit. It's a piece of code inside of your brain and the way that you've been programmed, and it's the thing that you do all of the time. So on Saturday, I gave the example of how you do anything is how you do everything. So when you're at home, if you leave your plates out, you don't put them in the dishwasher, if you don't put your clothes away, if you do your laundry and leave them on a clothes horse or on the washing line for a week, you're procrastinating inside of your brain. So what you're doing is programming your brain to procrastinate. So when it comes to the gym, when it comes to you doing your work, when it comes to you running your business, all of those things are procrastinated on. So how you do anything is how you do everything. So if we want to get into the habit and we want to reprogram our mind to avoid procrastination or overcome procrastination, then we have to do it at all levels. And we're going to go through the three things now that cause that procrastination. And each one in itself, I think, is another deeper level of habit. Okay, so the first one is fear. So fear is an emotion. Fear is the byproduct of maybe past experiences, of maybe your own imagination in terms of the things that are going on in your head. It's maybe the worst case scenario thinking. Maybe it's perfect mentality thinking. But certainly fear becomes a blocker. And then whenever we think about thought process and outcome, procrastination in the middle when it comes to fear is the worst case scenario. What will people think of me? Will people judge me? What if I don't achieve my outcome? All of these things, all they all manifest inside of your brain. It becomes that emotion that stops you showing up. So you just stop moving. It's like putting concrete on your feet. So you just can't move. Does that make sense? So in order to counter the fear, sometimes we have to be able to punch through and break through and show a little bit of courage. Sometimes there's no other way than just breaking through and allowing the process to build the confidence and counter the fear. Sometimes it's the only way that you're going to be able to smash through and change your relationship with fear. It's like somebody doing a bungee jump. Okay, you've got that fear at the edge. You're like, oh my God, worst case scenario. And then you take that leap and you go, I don't know what I was worried about. Number two is overthinking. Overthinking, going into micro elements of detail about actually some of the things that could happen if you show up. Okay, it changes that mindset and that mentality, and then that affects the outcomes that you want to achieve. So you go into this deep thinking. So you think about something you want to do. And then you think about the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. And what it actually is, it's a path of a negative spiral that takes you down a negative route. So if we could overthink positively, so we start thinking, oh, this is how my life can change. This is how it can impact me. This is how it can make everything better. Let's overthink positively rather than going straight down a negative route. And that might encourage for us to smash through that procrastination. Okay, number three. Okay, so number three is laziness. And I think laziness is a habit in its own right. I think we are, as humans, naturally lazy. We want to naturally just stay in bed and warm. We naturally want to sit around and maybe do nothing because it's easy. That's the way that our brains are programmed to stay safe, right? They are programmed to just like take it easy, survive. And if we start pushing ourselves, it's going to start challenging us and questioning us and going, what? Like, why are we doing this? So we have to overcome that laziness, the way that we're programmed inside of our brain, and actually put ourselves through hardship. We have to be able to get up early. We have to do the cold showers. We have to go to the gym. We have to do things that maybe mediocre or average type people are not willing to do, because they're the things that build the character. That's the fire. That's the rocket fuel. They're the values. They're the things that get you to the place that you want to be. And if you can overcome that laziness, then we can get rid of procrastination and we can achieve all the outcomes. Okay. So in summary, the things that we need to focus on is overcoming our emotions of fear, overcoming the mentality of overthinking, and overcome the habit of being lazy. And if we can nail those three things, if in 2024, instead of writing loads and loads of outcomes you want to achieve, you went, I want to overcome procrastination, man, you could achieve everything you wanted to. So focus on getting rid of fear, controlling fear, start positively overthinking, and start being more proactive than lazy. Then you're going to start seeing more results, which will naturally bring more happiness, more fulfillment, more meaning, more purpose to your life. And it's not a case of like, if you just doing it overnight, it's going to happen. It's going to probably take the whole fucking year, guys. So get a grip of yourself. And if you want to show up and you want to be better, focus on those things.